Hi everyone, and welcome to this exclusive APEX interview with Spafax, a world-leading global entertainment and media agency, otherwise known in our business as a content service provider. Even prior to 2020, CSPs across the board have been in the throes of evolution, thanks to changing media consumption habits, new distribution methods, and of course the ever-growing prevalence of in-flight connectivity. Here to tell us a little bit more about all of these things and more from Spafax are Henry Gummer, VP of Global Content. Hi, Henry.
Hello, Maryann.
Paul Colley, SVP Technology.
Hi, Maryann.
And Niall McBain, CEO.
Hi, Maryann.
Hi, everyone. Thanks for being here. Let's get right in and ask Niall a big question. Niall, you're responsible for the overall vision and direction of Spafax, which must be a really tough time these days. Can you tell us a little bit, where's your head been at in 2020?
Well, I feel a lot more positive now than I did early in 2020. And I'm extremely proud of the way everyone's pulled together through this crisis. We approached really looking at the crisis itself and then how we wanted to return from the crisis. We always felt that the airline industry would come back strong eventually, but we knew it was going to be a tough, and is a tough, long haul. So our focus to begin with is very much around supporting our clients. And a lot of people have worked very hard to try and save money in mothball programs. And then throughout the year, we've really been focused on the creative vision for the business with our library and our enterprise software and our facility at the hub and the whole digital transformation of the business.
You know, I couldn't agree more that it has been a really interesting time for reflection and time to look at ourselves and innovate. On the back of that, how prepared is Spafax now to adapt to the changing needs of airlines during this turbulent period?
Well, the guiding principle for us was to come back better, cheaper, faster, so to speak. So we knew that our clients would want more flexibility and more creativity in the way we're scheduling content and managing their budgets. And so the work that went into, if you like, the supply chain management and the hub and the movement of digital assets and the work that's gone into programming and scheduling and the management of that content and all the associated metadata has been really important to getting us to an entirely new position of capability.
Excellent. Lots to unpack there. But let's start with the Hive. Henry, Niall mentioned that you can tell us a little bit more about that. And I know that the Hive is about centralized content and creating a centralized content team. So, how does that work and what does it mean for airlines?
Yeah, that's right, Maryann. The Hive was conceived really ultimately with our customers in mind. Really, it's a combination of acquisition experts. We have 19 experts in 7 different offices around the world, working alongside a library coordinator team who are responsible for ensuring that all the data within our content library is accurate and with full records for all the content in there. And they're also technically screening all that content to make sure that the account teams understand everything that is within that content. They're working with a new system that we've launched called Buzz, which is a new library software. And really, this is about building a library at the heart of our business, which enables our account teams to go and ensure that they can program the best possible experience for their account audiences, their client audiences, and ensure that the breadth and depth of content is there available for them to enjoy. And it's really also about ensuring we have a direct line of communication with distributors to ensure that we have better deals, stronger deals that will benefit our airlines. And that we can enable our account teams to spend a bit more time looking ahead, analysing data, planning ahead and developing their services for their clients going forward.
Great. Well, you said Buzz and Hive. I'm sensing a bit of a theme here. Another theme is that budgets are being slashed across the industry. That's a pretty undeniable one. So with airlines having a lot less budget for content these days, how is Spafax working to provide them options and value?
Yeah, we understand the impact both for airlines and for content owners of the COVID pandemic. And we do see this as being a catalyst for significant change to the in-flight entertainment commercial model. And we're looking at a degree of factors there that is going to instigate that change. And one of which is about the release strategies employed by the content owners. There's a quantity of supply and slate movement to the right that we need to consider. How many passengers are likely to have been exposed to that content before they board the plane, whether it's through a theatrical release, PVOD in the home, or streaming on demand in the home. And how is the IFE release window affected? What's the perceived value to the passenger, and has that been impacted at all? But we're also looking at changes on the airline side through operational change. Airlines require fewer updates, fewer slots, and fewer flights overall. In 2020, we reset a lot of the benchmarks for pricing to reflect that new reality, and in 2021 we'll probably see us starting there, but looking to build towards a position of recovery as the airlines recover, with improved product from content suppliers, more flights, greater numbers of passengers flying. And really it's our role to determine a mixed approach to new deals and new models, new pricing models to deliver that. And we see a lot of those being flexible and dynamic and simple in their approach, so that we can manage this change as effectively as possible for all.
Excellent. Thank you, Henry. Paul, you are the technology guy at Spafax, and a lot of these new solutions and strategies that Henry is describing are going to require a really strong technology backbone, I guess. So what's different about, the Spafax now compared to the Spafax a year or two ago when it comes to the tech side?
Yes, over the last year, Spafax has invested a lot of time and money in the supporting toolset for these process changes that have been implemented, especially the Hive, and also at the Hub, our post-processing facility. The core change at the Hub has been the building and release of our new video processing pipeline. It's a tool called Sprint. That is a new cloud-first platform that is a blend of off-the-shelf technology and custom development that enables us to shorten the timelines for delivering content to integrators, as well as deliver more content in a shorter period of time, and have a better QC environment, as well as keeping costs down to the higher volumes that we've seen over the preceding year, as well as the focus that is now on cost efficiencies. Buzz, as Henry mentioned, has also been developed, and that is again a tool aimed at breaking the content cycle. That enables us to store the metadata and information around availabilities much more efficiently than we previously have been. And going forward into next year, we're developing a whole new end-to-end programming pipeline that will enable us to schedule content much more efficiently outside of the current monthly cycle.
Amazing. So it sounds like we're really increasing efficiency and sort of breaking down a lot of the barriers between airlines and fresh content, or airlines and a larger variety of content, which is amazing. Another way to deliver content to an airline that maybe doesn't have a connectivity pipe or installed systems is through portable IFE. And you guys have recently announced a partnership that looks to, really enable you to get into those dark flights, so to say.
Yes, as you say, we've recently announced our partnership with AirFi. We're really excited about that. That enables a complete holistic approach to the solution on board the aircraft to be delivered. With our expertise and AirFi's, enables us to target both the media sales, the content and the technology in an all-round package. And especially with AirFi's ability to deliver that solution, as you say, on dark flights that have no connectivity. It's a real solution of the moment, but also gives the flexibility and has the features to enable a much richer experience for the passenger than has currently been available on those types of flights.
All right, thank you so much for that, Paul. Excellent news. We'll look forward to seeing more from Spafax. Anybody watching this video who'd like to get in touch with Neil, Paul, or Henry can do so. They'll be on stand available at the FTE APEX Virtual Expo. So make sure you reach out if you have any questions or want more information.